Welcome everyone to the Old Man Gaming channel. I am your host, the Old Man. I'm going to do a Wolcen playthrough here, mostly a couple reasons. One, because I haven't played Wolcen in, it's probably been a year and a half or so. So I'm kind of curious what the changes have been. I've seen there's been a couple patch updates and some stuff added, so I kind of want to get in here. Honestly, I forget probably 90% of the story, so it'd be nice to sort of revamp that. And for those of you that haven't seen it or done it, maybe enjoy the rediscovery with me. Second reason, we got Lost Ark coming out in about a little over a week here, and well, I gotta get those ARPG muscles back in practice here before that hits. So a couple things offhand regarding Wolcen in particular. One is of all the ARPGs out there right now, this one has this wonderful little, you can see where it says switch to online mode or offline mode. It's actually kind of nice. An ARPG where you don't have to maintain some kind of an internet connection in order to play it. You can just, turn everything off and just go on cruise control and kick through. So obviously there's two modes, which has its own, it has individual characters for each mode too. So I cannot take this character and then go play with my pals. It won't let that happen. I have to switch to online mode, use my online characters. I'm not sure what that means, if there's some security or something that's going on to determine things, but anyways, let's get right into it. First things first, we're going to create a new character. So this is the original story for it, and it's like a story that took place sometime after, I think, 6 months after right there. And what this actually has is in random dungeons and levels, there'll be like a scent trail that leads you to a beast, and eventually you can fight it. It's kind of a neat little sort of hunt addition to the standard game, so that's what we're going to go with. Not because I'm necessarily going to take advantage of it or not in the playthrough, but it'll be neat to have it there and see at some point. We're going to pick a female because, well, let's face it, they're just better. So we're going with that, and we've got 4 presets on the faces, and they all look like stern teachers. So we're gonna go with I guess her. I don't know. Better not say the wrong thing in her presence, or she's gonna wrap my knuckles with a ruler here. We're gonna give her 1 horrible demonic eye and 1 dark eye. She's going full Othello. And white hair as always, because let's face it, that's just what I like to do. I love my mages. We're going with a mage build this time around, and I've never played a mage build in this game, so I'm kind of curious how it's going to play out. One of the other big things, as it pertains to builds in this game, we'll get into a little more later, but you can change on the fly. There's no permanence here. I'm not selecting a class to begin with. So we're going to do the short hair too, because short hair means serious business on a woman, and let's face it, mages are serious business. So there's our preset. She's looking pretty fly. We're going to give her name, which is me, and that's just how it's going to be. There we are. Let's roll. There's a lot of cinematics and load screens. If load screens are too long, I'll cut out and cut back in on them. The cinematics I will try not to talk over too much, but let's face it, can keep me shut too much here. We got the dojo going.
If you cannot defeat me, how do you plan to defeat the supernatural forces that feed and prey on mankind? Again!
Bro, can't defeat him. He's got like a 2-foot advantage.
I feel it, all right.
Nabs, where you at, buddy? I don't know what the regulation is on this. I feel like it's a slight advantage. Not fair.
Is a merciful teacher. I had hoped that you
It is
three more
3v1
than
though,
anyone
so.
would have learned to embrace it by now. Orphans carry the burden of pain with them, always.
They do. I didn't know that.
Finding a new family only alleviates it. Look at you now. That pain has made you strong. Proud soldiers of the Republic, purifiers hunting witchcraft wherever it hides. The children of Hemlock. My children.
This seems a little
With all
culty.
due respect,
I'm just gonna say.
what are we doing here? The Brotherhood of Dawn attacked one of our keeps 2 weeks ago, and we still haven't moved against them. Our way commands that we retaliate.
Sister!
Our way? Our way commands that we follow the Senate's orders.
What if they ask us to stand down?
They won't.
Boy, these guys are telegraphing a lot of
Arrangements have been made.
Arrangements.
empiric power
Grand
here.
Inquisitor,
At ease.
the Senate voted for your retaliation campaign. They're sending the Purifiers to march on the Brotherhood of Dawn.
Good. Operation Dawnbane.
Bro,
now
we are not the... We're named the Purifiers.
Prepare my legion.
Controlled by a
Get
Senate.
myself.
This doesn't... No. We're not the good guys. Have you noticed, what do you call it? The Dawn's Bane? Like, they never call it something nice. It's never the Daisy Chain, missions. Jeez, they never land on, like, a nice shore either. It's always jagged and evil and... You know, a lot of foreboding of wrongdoing here. Dragon infested. Bro, we are not the good guys. I'm sorry. I know that this is supposed to be us, but what the hell, dude? Getting this, like, Warhammer vibe kicking. We are not the good guys. Oh, we marched along. Don't march along the low surfaces. Down in a valley. These guys did not watch 300. Oh, Zack Schneider would have told you not to get down here. There's no way.
Shields up!
Permission
I like how
to
everybody
deal
takes
with the
cover
players.
except these two.
The clock
But they're
ticks,
just immune to
Maelys.
arrows.
We need to get through to engage the Brotherhood of Dawn before daybreak.
We won't make it in time if we're pinned down.
Take my children. Silence the archers. The
Yeah,
rest
Maelys.
will march on.
What a weird name,
Grand
Maelys.
Inquisitor, purity
Maelys.
and sacrifice. Siege runner, now!
Alright, I guess we're following
On
her.
me!
Ha! Told you Hemlock would send us.
Yeah. I'm not betting with you again.
Dude, we got some serious armor kicking, though. Looks freaking bamf.
I want those ledges clean! One each, let's go!
Time to shine.
Forward!
So, a couple things that I know from having played this, obviously. It's your typical
Purity
ARPG.
and
Move forward,
sacrifice.
left click to attack.
Republican puppies trying to flank us.
One thing I don't know, I gotta go through the settings after this episode, is that Diablo does well, is it has like a plant button, right? For me, I always used to keep on it to E, so when I would hold E and click, it would swing instead of move there. I need to find out if that's something that's available in this game or not.
Get them down! Get them all down!
Clearly this is tutorial phase, because I'm just way too powerful for this. God, that armor's sick, though. Plus, I'm not a mage class, I've noticed, even though I haven't been able to pick it yet.
Trash.
And then I went and used all my skills not in range. So, you know, quality.
Not happening. Good riddance.
I thought about editing out, like, my mistakes and stuff, or deaths as I go through this playthrough, but then I'm like, psh, somebody like Picasso will enjoy how absolute scrub I am with this, so we'll let it stand. Okay, well, all hell's breaking loose. Bro, there's no way with that much armor that she made that jump. When you weigh an extra, 60 pounds, you're not making leaps like that. I don't care if she's been working out.
What the hell
going on?
Malus is stuck on an upper ledge, but we have to move forward.
We'll lose a lot of men if
All
the
right, so we
cliff
lost our
collapses.
Malus.
Right now, I'm more worried about.
still
the
argue we're not the
bloody
good
souls
guys.
being heaped out of the earth.
Right, let's keep it together. We move as one and do what we do best. Wait, you smell that?
Sulfur.
The demon.
Sulfur.
We can't handle it. We need to get
Sulfur
back
always
the
seems to me. These guys have been
purifiers
watching Constantine or reading Constantine graphic novels. Sulfur means demons.
The
Look,
air's
that was my
freezing.
kill, Valeria. You stole it from me. Valeria, that's a cool name. Very lichy, undeady name, though.
What the hell happened here?
He's one of us.
A scout.
Hey,
Name
soldier,
the
you
ARPG
alright?
that you walk
Where's
into
the
a
rest
scenario
of your
like this,
squad?
and that this dude isn't fucked beyond all
Soldier?
belief. So, pretty sure I'm not going out on a limb by saying
Who's alone?
he's gonna pay a price in a minute here.
Shut up.
Who's alone?
Valeria, a little compassion. Oh, jeez.
Don't have time for this.
She's
Let's
rude.
move.
And then they just walk away. What was that punch for? Nothing? Oh. He's not alone. He didn't know this, but he had some mining dynamite in his pocket.
Val.
So Val's knocked out? Is that what I'm
Darling,
seeing? All
You're
right.
gonna owe me big time.
Val, wake up.
I praise your resilience, mortal. You will make a fine host.
Val, it's now or
Host?
never.
For what? Tapeworms?
Come to me. Come to me and be reborn in service of the sleeper.
All right, these things are starting to
Purifiers
add up
only
here.
serve mankind, demon.
I do
Yeah,
not
demon.
request. I command.
Purity and sacrifice.
Ooh. All right, we're stepping out for a second. That hit hard. Looks like a telegraph. Very hard to see.
I can't. He's too strong.
He's way too
Val,
strong.
I
Val,
need
wake
you
up,
now.
bitch. Come on, help out.
Be at peace. For soon you shall be no more.
I have a feeling that's not going to be the case, buddy. See? I got hidden strengths. Oh no. What's her name? Malus?
You are no.
What the hell's happening
Apparently
to
I
you?
can just take everything. Is that Val? Val's seeing this too? So I got Malus and Val? I feel like I didn't want anybody to see this. Like I'm gonna be in trouble. Val can't be mad though. I'm saving her butt here. Right?
Only human after all. Disappointing.
Oh man, my Goku power didn't last that long.
You owe me an explanation. Let's go, let's
Well,
go!
let's, okay. Just saying, why are we talking about this? Let's just get out of here. Nice, that's a pretty good opening cinematic bar, I gotta admit. Alright, little action-packed tutorial, I dig it. Chapter 1, Children of Heimlock. Not Hemlock. Hemlock would be short-lived. Here we are in the Path of Exile feels coming out of this thing. Did that thing just bite me, motherfucker? Yeah,
I'm not
that's
quite
right.
dead yet.
Dude, I did not move the chesticle slider because there isn't one, but holy crap.
What happened?
Why are
there?
characters
I
always so
feel
stacked?
Different.
By a
How is
self-evident
it
question.
that I can use witchcraft now?
Health potions with Q.
None of this
Boom.
makes sense.
Alright. And in typical fashion, I've lost my armor. Like, somewhere in all that, the armor went away. So now I'm weak. Weak starter bitch. Use a skill, mouse 2, then mouse 1 for attacking. Let's see, mouse 1 is just like a chain attack, looks like. Mouse 2 is rapid fire, suck at missiles.
But what of Val?
Inventory, if I remember correctly with this.
Val!
Yeah, so these are... Get picked up here. These are gauntlets, and they say, see how they say rogue class underneath there? So they have more of an agility base on the stats. I can wear anything, it doesn't matter. I'm not limited in what I'm wearing. I can wear heavy armor, I can wear cloth, whatever is a mage, so I can be like a battle mage if I want to. What it does do though is the sort of the sub, it's not really a class, the medium to heavy armor generates like a stat pool, right? So in here I've got health, force, shield, but you see there's agility, right? So if it was cloth based hands, it would be probably have like willpower or something like that on it, right? And over the course of the game, you obviously build your stat pools around what you're looking for. And you can see, as I'm fighting here, as I engage combat, I get more rage. What I believe I prefer, what I'm going to build into as I go through this, this build that I'm doing is like a year old. That's the beauty of these things as it pertains to this game. There's like a year's information of different builds, and you're going to see when I do my first ding what exactly we're getting into in the land of builds and whatnot. It's like a kind of a halfway point between Diablo and, say, Path of Exile. Path of Exile, in my opinion, a little bit overwhelming, kind of daunting as far as what it gives you access to.
From the Republic saw me transform.
And Diablo's a little...
I better hope not.
Not too simple, but it's really just skills, right? There's no push of enhancement beyond that. Some people like that, and to be fair, I've had some gaming pals, Pigas in particular. I think he hits the nail on the head when he discusses Diablo. He talks about how, like, one of the things that's a blessing and a curse about the game is, like, the decision is decided before any enemies even get on screen, like how combat's going to go. Either you got the damage and they just melt, or you don't, and you stood in something and they got to you. Some of that is nice and all that jazz, but I like something with a little more action to it. It's part of why I'm looking forward to Lost Ark. Get that action combat rolling. Yeah, I'll take this event. This is Val. Damn, Val, you got it going on, girl.
Awfully real for a nightmare. What was that? She's possessed by a demon? Yes. Let's hope you're wrong. Otherwise...
Talking to yourself again?
Did I just... Oh, geez, Val. You're a tale of two faces going on right now. Oh, wow. Always take photos from your right, Val. Just saying.
Val, snap out of it. It's me, damn it.
I don't want to get prejudiced against the battle worn, but damn.
Who do you expect me to be? Exactly.
She goes from
I don't know. Some bloody
ballroom fun to
No, look,
warrior princess.
I have no idea what's going on. I was having my ass kicked when something awakened from within to
Also,
save me.
given the eye choice that I have, I would have a hard
I
time
need
convincing someone I'm not a
help,
demon
alright?
here.
But I'm not some demon, goddammit. Come on, Val.
Oh, really? Prove it.
Prove it.
You're such a tool.
That does not seem like something a demon would say.
That proves that you're not a
Alright.
demon, then Ain
taken.
will forever think that I am not a demon, because I call him a tool on a daily basis.
what
Even when
now?
he can't hear it,
Frankly,
like right now.
I don't know. We should regroup with Operation Dawnbane, shouldn't we?
In your state, flinging magic and
Oh, you know
turning
what? Did
into
I pick up
monstrosity. No,
A better
they'll
staff?
burn you
It's the
alive.
4 to 6.
Hemlock
Yeah, I
wood.
thought I did.
Perhaps.
Sure did.
But Malis sure as hell will, and with a smile on her face.
Risker.
Look, let's get out of here first, then we'll figure something out.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's weirdly there's 2 different gloves, right? And 2 pieces of shoulders, but I only got 1 boot for whatever reason. So for now, I think my strategy is just go for what looks higher on the stats list, and then everything else can rot until I get there. But I know that a big piece of my build is all about the staff. So basically that's what I'm going to keep rolling for now. Probably through most of this until I decide to do some tweaks or something later on. I know the staff has a multi-hit, and that will actually carry some damage modifiers on it later on. So, but again, I'm not I could be a greatsword wielding mage if I wanted to, make whatever I wanted to do.
I need more power.
Yeah, at some point there's got to be a willpower exchange for rage, right?
A winged sphere. They do come in every
A what?
shape.
A sphere?
Mutations.
No matter, they die all the same.
Damn right.
Oh, I believe too. Yep, pets. I don't know that they loot, or they don't provide any combat bonuses, and they don't actually fight anything, but I'm not really sure if they loot or not. We'll find out.
This place reeks of death.
These people are getting torn apart.
Well,
I don't
mean,
get it. Sphere aren't normally this bold, not without good
of course
reason.
they're getting torn apart.
That
Why else would I be
soul
here?
demon first. Now this. There's something wrong around here. Something very wrong.
We shouldn't be too far from the city-state of Stormfall. That should at least be a safe place.
The Stormfall. You know, you think these games would be aware of each other, maybe? Not get so close in how they name things. There's plenty of other
We must pull back. We're too
other
exposed.
possibilities out there.
We do. Civilians will get slaughtered.
Better them than us.
They could call it like Clear Sky Bane or something.
Let us in. We beg you. Mercy. Murderers. Back away. Back
Well,
away.
we're not going in. We're not gonna prove our worth.
I know that face. You've got a plan. All right, let's hear it.
You need answers, and I don't think Malis will get you anything more than a rope around your neck. So
So
here's my
Malis is
plan.
gonna be mad because she saw
You
us turn
wait for me
into.
in Stormfall. Easy enough.
It looked more
yes.
like an angel than a demon,
Meanwhile,
but
I meet up with our
Paladin-
forces and I
Paladin
try to
Super
talk to
Saiyan.
Edric about the situation to see how we can convince our people that you're not a bloody demon.
Agreed.
so she's
I
gonna go
would
talk to
rather
Edric, which
appreciate
is that
not
homeboy
being
that was coming with
executed.
us.
So, where do we meet?
On the way here, I
Or was it
head
just
toward
me,
the
or is my
King's
character like
Stall,
all legs?
The Laughing Seagull. I'll meet you there. Keep a low profile till then.
Why don't you let people in?
For the 100th time, this city is already filled to capacity with refugees. We are not
With
letting
refugees. I
anyone
like that
in.
accent.
Look,
Reminds me of,
I only need to have
Act 2.
access. Let me through.
That's
Going to
not
fight in
how
Belial?
things work,
Wait, are these guys
friend.
Belial?
Only conscripts are allowed through. Order of the merchant.
I guess I'm gonna
Prince
volunteer to
Crassus
be a
himself.
conscript then.
So you want fighters?
Of course.
I will fight.
Of course I will. Why wouldn't I fight?
You are
I'm tough lady.
serious, my friend.
Tough lady like a fight.
All right then. Go through to the farmlands on the other side of the city.
Alright, I'll go. Wait, how are you
Anyone
gonna
else want
prove
to
that I
fight
did
for
this? Like, what's to
Stormfall?
stop me from just blending in?
No. That's what I thought.
Are you radioing the other guard to say, hey? Look out for this lady. Alright, so, objective completed, we just leveled. So, you hit C, you open your character window. You got our character sheet, right? And we get 10 points a level to dump into here. My two stats that I know that I'm personally going with are Wisdom and Ferocity. And I know that I want to try to keep Wisdom ahead of Ferocity. So what I think I'm going to do is the first 20 points I'm just going to dump into Wisdom. And then after that I'm going to go 10 Ferocity, 10 Wisdom, back and forth, right? The details here will give you like your meta, right, on what's going on. In the higher end of the game, there's all of this going on where you gotta augment things to try and get. I think for my mage it'll be burn and lightning, right, to create weakness on the enemies. I want to avoid freeze, and then just it all adds into your ailment, right, your chance. So it's all about burning and shocking. So the burn isn't going to be as important on this because I think what's going to happen with me is stuff should die before it burns out if my fireball's hitting it. So And then on top of that, you have P, which is this. So this is the big barrier of entry for a lot of people, right? All of this, right? Very Path of Exile and how it lays things out. So the nice thing about this is when you're working a build out, you can spin it, right? I can spin that, and I can spin my outer. And the neat thing is when you work through these builds, right? You want to be aware of where the direction that you're heading, as well as what is in the opposing directions for your branches out. So you want to make it so if I'm going to head this way, and I know I want this, right? And I know I want this at some point, it is not worth it for me to have my second wheel be something way down over here because it's going to cost me nodes to get there. I'd rather just spin this around to where it meets up with one of the branches coming off of here, and if I'm going to go out on the other side, I want more of what I need over here as well. It's a way to like, it's a neat way to get through a thing, but also at the same time limit how much OP-ness I can grab, if that makes sense. So, purple is typically your caster, red is typically your warrior, green is typically your rogue agility base, but there are things that cross over. What I mean by that is, so casting projectiles, my spells, like my fireball, is considered a projectile. So there is a lot that goes on in the agility world that is projectile oriented, that is meant for things like arrows and stuff, but also applies to spells. So you build across the build to work as much damage into projectile damage and stuff like that as you can. So, but for now, I'm just going to increase my spell damage. Some of these you can see get really beastly, right? So there's some nodes that you just really want to get across and snag. So you work your way through to those. So it's also important to note, again, at any point I can just click reassign. Okay? So if you like spec to your heart's content, play the game. If you say, "Oh crap, I really hate a mage," so what? Kick out of the mage, go pick up a sword, respec, boom, you're a whirlwinding, berserking warrior. So we'll get into town here, and we'll talk about a couple other things, and then we'll probably kill the episode at that point just for the sake of time to get through the beginning stuff. Then we can really get into the nitty-gritty of the story. Neat little town. Stormfall.
Let's see what you've got.
It's never gonna get old.
New blood. Get to Mahabi's.
One thing to note on the skills, right? So this is essentially your skill screen. In fact, actually, let's get over to. I'm pretty sure the skill lady's up here. Yep, she is. She's right there.
I'll have to fight for Storm.
This is like your return to moments throughout this whole thing, like here, right? So you can see your map, your layout for this chapter, where everything's at. So, homeboy up here, he's your straight up vendor guy, right? He's a completion of a quest, so I'll take that. I'll put on the staff from him. This potion. I think eventually I want willpower potions down here, but for now I'll just deal with his E. I don't remember what this potion hotkey was, but anyways, he's a vendor straight up.
Look around.
See if I can get. I didn't get any clothy type stuff, so he's got all the goods here, and it follows your typical. You got white, then blue, then yellow, then I think there's red, and there's like a light purple, and the light purple is what they call it, a unique or something like that. We'll probably cross one or two in our paths here, and those are like super overpowered. They have skill enhancement modifiers on them, and they're unique in that you can only carry one of it on your build. So I don't know why I re-clicked him. So he's your drop-off point, right? She right here. So the way skills work in this game is they drop, meaning I can't just level and then grab the next skill like I can in Diablo or a few other games out there. I'm going to make a lot of Diablo references. I apologize to the Diablo community. I love you. I play it all the time. this isn't a positive or negative thing here. So the skills drop. The way you compensate for the RNG of a skill dropping is Demetra here, okay? She...
Conscript, report to Thunderblade Farad at the battlefront.
There's Grasp, I guess. So she...
Hi. Please don't touch anything.
Yeah, chill out, lady. So she has all of these skills in here. Like, I can buy that skill. I can buy the Anvil's Woe, right? I can buy Consuming Embers, which I already have, because that's what skill I normally use, and Feeding Swarm.
See the engraving.
So when I buy that skill, so you see I just picked that skill up. So if I drop it and I just use it, boom, I learn that skill. So if I go back into her menu here, there is a skill, right? And if I get enough of the primordial affinity, so as I get skills that I already know and I consume them like I just did, instead of teaching me the skill, it gives me primordial affinity. That primordial affinity I can use to level this skill right here, right? And make it stronger. And as they get stronger, the skills will obtain the ability to get modified, which is through here, right? So once I hit level 5, I gain access to these couple of modifiers. And see, they're not game breaking, but they're game enhancing for sure. And it goes all the way to max level with some bigger modifiers below. You can also duplicate a skill. I haven't gotten into that on a lot of my builds because I haven't run a build that needed multiples. But there are builds out there where it's like, okay, you duplicate the skill, so you actually get 2 of them on your bar. And you can make them do the same thing or slightly different. They don't have to mirror each other. They just can duplicate, and you get a whole new set here. And when you duplicate the skill, one of them, for instance, is like Infinity Blades. And it'll be this blade that spins around you. And it's a relatively short channel time with a long cooldown. So when you get a duplicate of it, you can essentially double your blade time, right? Which is nice because that build is all about run around, gather this, bring it in, blade it up. So the beauty of the duplicating the skills is your super powerful skills you can get back out there again. I don't think I don't know, I might. There's a skill that I'll use eventually called Anomaly, which like pulls everything in. I might actually duplicate that. So here's your jeweler. Typical situation, right? Sockets. Sockets come color-oriented and rank-oriented, right? So these are, you can see there, if I put a chipped ember in an offensive 3, it gives me 10% stasis duration on the enemy, right? So I believe the ones that I'm going, I think it's Lapis Lazuli, so I don't know if it's here, but so there's, she'll also be able to modify stuff for you. She's basically your enhancement slash enchant person, right? Reroller, whatever you want to call it, right? She'll reroll your sockets until you get the ones you need, all that jazz. So that's kind of it for the hub and how it lays out. I'll kill this episode right here, and we'll get right back into it and continue our trek into Chapter 1 in Wolcen. Appreciate the time, guys. See you next time.